Joe. Hi, Joe.
Hello.
We are here with, you want to say your own name?
Yeah, well, Joe, last name Q. I just give you a Q because nobody can pronounce it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're at Saskatoon Regionals, and how'd you do today?
Second.
Second
I
place.
wanted the first, man. I lost last one.
I was watching at the top tables. I really wanted you to win too, but you did great, and we're happy with that. Thanks for representing Saskatoon well. All right, so what were you playing?
Fire Kings.
Fire Kings, brand new deck.
Yeah.
I kind of thought this was a good choice for you. So let's get into it, man.
Yeah, the OCG. I had the OCG experience. Let's start with the engine first.
Yes, he does. He had the OCG experience with this deck, and he was trying to teach me it like a week ago or something.
Yeah, I gotta thank you for actually playtesting because I changed a lot afterwards.
Awesome, I'm glad.
Yeah, let's start with the engine here. We'll have, sure. Where did I place it? Here?
Rare. I put my way. Just put my way.
We'll do this.
As long as it's my way, if you go on top of each other.
First regionals, man.
You're good.
We have 3 Ponics. Well, the best starter in the game.
Yep.
Not in the game, for the deck. I mean, it's just good. Like special summons from my hand if something's popped, recurs itself. So a lot of times I'm destroying this with Kieran, destroying this with Skyburn, destroying this with my field spell, just destroying everything. It's just good, man. I really wish this card was a circular, but it's not, but kind of a circular. It's 80% there. We have the 4 stars here, the Beast Warrior. So 3 Arvatas and 1 Barong. The Arvatas are mainly just there. So for example, if I'm going second, I just normal summon it.
Yeah.
And that almost always baits out a negate or like makes their play awkward. Yeah. Going first, a lot of times if I have what I need, I'll pop this from my deck to my graveyard. So I just have it there and I can special summon it out by Kieran. It's good, man. It recurs a card from my graveyard as well. Yeah, it's just good. Then we have the Barong. This is my searcher, my pretty much only searcher. A lot of times my turn 1 round consists of popping this and also popping this with the field spell. So these two this comes back on my on my opponent's standby phase, and then this searches me Kieran.
Nice.
All right, moving on here, we have 3 Kierans, the MVP of the deck. I cannot, I will play 4 if I have to. Yeah. A lot of times I'm finding myself, using all 3 Kierans in my first 2 turns. First effect, I can special summon itself from my hand by popping a fire from the field or from my field or my hand, and it triggers Garunix a lot of times. Second, when I pop it and it's in my graveyard, I can special summon something from my graveyard. It doesn't even negate its effect, and also in the same effect, I can choose to pop a card. Okay. It is just good. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, all of my resource engine revolves around Garunix, Kieran, pretty much. Moving on, Garunix, the other MVP of the deck. So this card, I only play 2 copies because 3 is a bit bricky and I'm not really looking to, turn 0 play anyways. If I draw both Kieran, Garunix, and another Fire King, a lot of times I can just, turn 1 pop a card, especially if I draw this. It's turn 1 pop a card plus a negate.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's just a little bit hard to do, which I'm not looking to max out on that. But 2 Garunix, a lot of times I just if 1 gets banished, I still have the Mana Grand Game there. First effect, if a fire monster was popped, this thing can just special summon from my hand or my graveyard. Second effect, when it's special summon, I can pop a card from my deck or my hand or my field or anywhere. It plays around Ash. It's just good. And a lot of times I target either this or this just to bring back something in my graveyard. This is better, but a lot of times I run out of this first. And also with Ponics, if I don't have Ponics, a lot of times I'll pop Ponics and just wait for my next turn to have some recursion there. Where did my Kieran go? There we go. 2 of these. Then 3 and 2, I'll just talk about these together. This places this. Sanctuary is pretty good. I would say it's a pretty good card. First of all, it has a protection to protect against a pop on my field spell, because the field spell, if it pops my entire field. I can just pop a fire in my hand, and if I pop a fire, if I have Garunix anywhere, it just comes out. Secondly, if my opponent is special summoning, I can use 2 Fire Kings to Xyz summon into a I think it's a fire type Xyz monster. I actually didn't really come up that much. It only came up one game. But it's like if let me take out my extra deck here. Most of the time, just go into this. This pops the entire field. It's like a black rose. Yeah, that's about it for these. Moving on, we have the field spell. Field spell, like, is the core of how this deck works. Basically, I'm using the field spell to pop a fire monster to search. A lot of times, if I'm in my game 1, I don't have access to Garunix already, I'm searching Garunix, and Garunix just pops out, and then pops a card into my graveyard, and then all of my engines live. Secondly, if I have no monsters on my field, I can special summon a Winged Beast Fire King from my hand. Never came up today. Yeah, if you ash this, a lot of times I don't have any plays, so nobody ashed it. Well,
the one, dude, that's the one thing I do about Fire King is you ash the island.
Nobody ashed it. Nobody had ashed
goodness.
against this. Actually, no, I got ashed one game, but I still had a pop and I Garunix in my hand already, so just got lucky there. Skyburn. I decided to take out one circle and play 2 Skyburns. This card, think about it as Sword Soul Breakout. It's really good. First effect, Sword Soul Breakout, I target Fire Kings and target like the same amount on my opponent's field, just pop them. Secondly, if Fire Kings are destroyed on my field, I can just banish this from my graveyard. It protects the pop. Yeah, it's a lot of times I'm just going Ponix, search this. Actually it came up in the Rescue Ace game a lot. Ponix search this, pop their Fire Engine with my Ponix, and my entire other engines live there, so they don't get to play on my turn. And thanks Ethan. This is the guy I want to shout out to a lot. He's awesome.
We all love Ethan.
Yeah. So, wanted engine. I can't believe I dropped this much money on this engine, but it was good.
You got second, dude. So I mean,
yeah, it was worth it.
Was it worth the
it was
$400 plus?
No, $245. I paid.
No,
actually,
you saved money. That's
I did. Let's see, Black Witch. I only played one, just because like I was playing pots in this build, and I was like, if I'm playing pots, I don't need to. I have enough starters. Wanted the best card in this engine. Searches. I get to draw a card. Oh my god. A lot of times it drew me into a hand trap, but for example against the my 4th round opponent, it was I drew into an Ash, and they were on Unchained, and I ashed their starter. Last card, like anything in this engine gets me to Garunix. Even if I draw this by itself, it gets me to Ponix. I mean, it's just good. Moving on, we have the non-engines here. 3 Ash, 3 Imperm, 3 Nib, and then 3 Imperm, 3 Veilers. I think this is just the best hand trap package in this format, like legit. I was debating because I knew there was going to be a lot of Pearlies here to swap this for Jewel. I'm so glad I didn't. Double effect Veiler saved my ass a lot today. Nib, I nibbed Unchain a lot today. Basically, Nib won me both games there. Imperm, like I drew it like 6 card once. Imperm there, what was that? I forgot. I think I Imper Caesar there. And then Ash. Well, Ash just is the best hand trap. Somebody's probably gonna hate me for that, but I just like my Ashes, man. And then the rest. So I think it's 16 non-engine here. 3 pots. I was debating between this or Fenrir. The problem with Fenrir that I came up, like I really like Fenrir because it, if we're in a hand trap heavy format and I get stopped, Fenrir by itself a lot of times just can't win games. But I noticed I wasn't getting enough starters. Plus, I was running out of space in my side deck, so I ran a lot of breakers and 2s, and then I ran this so I can just see them more often. Called by the Grave was my last card because this deck actually dies to draw if you draw me on my Ponix search a lot of times. So last card there. Didn't really come up today, I never drew it. But I still think it's worth playing anyways. Moving on, we'll go to the extras here. This is also, I put them in packages here. This is the Heat Soul package. Linkuriboh, Salmon Great Wolf, and also Heat Soul. A lot of times you're going, sorry, let me just get my deck here. So a lot of times you're doing this. So you have, for example, 2 monsters. and then you pop the Garunix, you pop the Kieran, and then you have a Ponix on the field. So the two monsters go into Sunlight Wolf. Ponix go into Linkuriboh. Sunlight Wolf can add back my Kieran, and then you go into Heat Soul to draw 2. I didn't really use this that often. It was actually my secondary recursion. Came up like I think 2 games out of the 7.
I know that you wanted to do the less because when we were testing, you were getting nipped.
Yeah, this was the main reason I didn't like play this as my first plan. I got nibbed a lot, and then everybody's on 3 nibs here in the TCG. In the OCG, nobody's really on nibs, because everybody's a max C. So I was like, okay, this deck actually plays really well if they have max C. A lot of times just normal summon Arvata. Speaking of max C, I'm just gonna go back here real quick. These 3 in the OCG, I was playing tankies. The pots were tankies, but mainly that was because if I just tanky, they're already forced to use a hand trap there. But you know, in the TCG, there's no maxi, no reason. Let me put that back here. So these go here. Next package, let's see. So IPSP. I can't believe I spent much money on this card as well. But this is my primary end board. A lot of times I'm just ending on IP. I noticed that like if I'm making IP, it's my 5th summon. If I get nipped, I get nipped. I still have 2 interruptions anyways. And if I have more hand traps, so be it. SP, star, man. A lot of times this card came up to like the threat of this card made a lot of players play really awkward when I ended on IP. And
ready to go.
What?
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, and also the SP, I banished like a lot of important cards going second, so it was good. Let's see, next package. I think this is a standalone card. Came up once. The tech for this is actually as normal summon a hand trap, turn it into Almirage, run it into a monster. This pops if I have Kieran, if I have Garunix, yeah, it triggers. So a lot of times you just, you know, it runs into stuff. Also, if I'm out of my Linkuribohs, this gets me to my what's the name again? SP for the banish. And then next package here, this actually never came up today, unfortunately. I just OTK'd people and I didn't need it. But I played it because it was 2 walks. Hita, Dark, Selene, and Access Cold. Especially in this meta, there's a lot of darks in the graveyard. There's a lot of fires in the graveyard against like against Fire Kings or Rescue Ace. In the mirror match, this card is the MVP. Like I can just use those cards. But yeah, it didn't come up today. So because I didn't play any Fire Kings. I did play some Rescue Aces, but like I just OTK'd them. I didn't like stuff I can out.
Yeah, there.
Non-target removal didn't come up today. I just played it still. Double Garunix, actually never really summoned 2. I summoned 1 like a few times. I find just when the deck runs well, a lot of times I don't even need it. But when the deck needs it, it really needs it. It's a spell speed 2 Dark Hole, and I can detach pop a spell trap, and also when it's destroyed, it floats into how many Fire Kings according to like how many materials I have under here. And then last card in my extra, it was Typhon. Actually lost me the last game there. Ooh. But it won me also a game, so no, whatever. I'm not running Zeus in here because I'm just not going into my Xyz that much anyways, so it didn't make sense there. Let's see. This is my side deck here. So all the 3 ofs. First, DD Crow. I was debating between this or Jurisworms. I think this I expected a more diverse format, and DD Crow just is better in that sense. But strictly speaking, Jurisworm is the better card. I actually top decked this against Unchained, and then banished their Yama. Won the game.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. Droll. If I run into any combo.
Droll's wild.
Yeah. Lightning Storm was my MVP card today. This is for Rescue Ace, also against an Unchained player in my round 4. They didn't think I would side this in because I had Nib in there.
You cited that for
Yeah, I cited this against Unchained. It's kind of crazy, right?
I wouldn't expect that either.
Yeah, so main reason I cited this in was because I needed to get rid of Caesar. If I don't have any way to get rid of Caesar, I have no ways to play. If I can just, destroy the Caesar.
I mean, like, it's not Yeah, actually, you know what? It's not bad.
Yeah.
Actually, because like you get rid of the Caesar, they can add back off the soul, but if they
Yeah.
don't have the Abominable, what do they do?
Yeah, and also just it gets rid of some nasty flows. Like this deck has a real big problem against Unchained because everything pops, and their flow it's faster. This deck needs something in the graveyard to float. That deck flows from the deck, so they float faster. But the downside is also they run out of stuff faster,
Right.
which actually happened today. I won my round 4 Unchained because they ran out of stuff. Lightning Storm, I think it's just good. I nibbed them. They put like 3 monsters in in attack. I was going to run my nib token. My nib into my token because my token's at 56. They special summoned a SP with the blue dog and my nib, and I just lightning stormed their whole life savings away. These are the 2-ofs. I wanted to run these, but I also just I ran out of space to run 3-ofs, so I ran 2-ofs, and I ran the pot. It made sense. I'll see them more often that way.
Yep.
This again is just against towers, but like against Pearly, I don't even side this in. A lot of times I side in more hand traps, mainly just because if they get to the towers point, they're already winning. But this outs a lot of nasty stuff like Marincess. Great, I didn't see anyone. Outs the Caesar as well. If I can get rid of Caesar again, I can play. Evenly's mainly just because like some fields, especially Cybers fields, I knew people here who played Cybers with me before, and these 2 just gets rid of the Cybers field, and it's good against like back row heavy decks, stuff like that. Skill drain. My deck does not care about skill drain. People actually cares a little bit, but it cares a lot less than most decks.
Yeah.
So I sided in skill drains. It came up 1 game today. I sided it in, just didn't see it. Versus Unchained is kind of bad, honestly. I don't really want to side it in.
Yeah.
Versus Labyrinth, I didn't even side it in. So it's whatever. But if I played more Pearlies and stuff, I'll definitely side this more. That is everything.
Alrighty, man. Well, congratulations. Shoutouts.
Shoutouts. I have this guy right here. He and David Han are the 2 that like helped me a lot when I was in the scene, when I first got into our local scene, because I didn't have any cards. I was an OCG player.
Yep.
And they lended me a lot of cards.
Awesome.
I still have the Trap Tricks core. He lended me there.
Yep.
It was great.
Awesome.
And then also we
Yep.
played a lot. Shout out to Ethan, because Ethan just, Ethan's awesome. He helped me a lot as well. And then Duffy here. I like playing with Duffy a lot. Last shout out. Shout out to Zach as well, because Zach, goddamn, he's stone faced, but I love playing with him.
Yeah.
Last shout out, Epperly Noir. I played Pearly before our Fire Kings came out, and I like Pearly a lot. And this is the cutest Pearly monster.
He just likes the cat. He likes. Oh, he likes my cat too. My
yes,
my
I
cat
like-
and dog.
I
He
like
comes over to my house to see my animals. All right, guys.
That's it for me.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks.